Hi. Okay, so I want to talk briefly on what I've titled War and Strategy. War and Strategy. Um, you know, the US Iran, the US Israel versus Iran war that is ongoing is quite reminiscent of the Russia Ukraine war. Now, it's a scenario where a major world power unilaterally decides to attack, demonstrate aggression, against a smaller country with the obvious intention to overrun this, only to discover the contrary, you know. Um, Now, for context, the Russian-Ukraine war has gone on now for about 2 weeks, over 4 years, because it began February 24, 2022. So it's 4 years now. And if you ask me what my verdict is, it's technically a stalemate, and there's no end in sight, for that war. Nobody knows how it's going to end eventually. Now, on this current debacle with the United States, Israel, and versus Iran, um, I want to make two bold assertions as a pretext to the rest of what I'll be saying in this video. I want to make two bold assertions. The first assertion I want to make is that head or tail, Iran, emerge as winner, ultimate winner in this confrontation. Head or tail, Iran wins, and America and its proxy, Israel, they lose. Second bold and the biggest assertion is that eventually, ultimately, Iran gets a nuclear weapon. It's not a matter of if, but when. Iran ultimately gets, nuclear weapon. Why? Because nuclear armament, possession of nuclear capability is the ultimate insurance policy against external aggression, particularly from the major global powers, America, Russia, China, and the rest of them. Now, incidentally, of the 9 countries that are nuclear armed, only America, in a great twist of irony, a very curious and dark twist of irony. America says Iran will never have a nuclear weapon as it's raising the deter for going to this war, and it sends out bombardment of Iran and all of that. As that is the reason why that they do not want Iran to have nuclear capability. But only America in the history of the world has detonated, a nuclear weapon. 9 countries have nuclear capability: America, China, Russia, France, United Kingdom, Pakistan, India, North Korea, and Israel. Of all of these 9 countries with nuclear capability, only America detonated nuclear weapon, the atomic bomb, in Hiroshima and Nagasaki in the Second World War in 1945. So it's beyond me why, and who made America the world's policeman to dictate who has or who does not have nuclear weapon. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is to demonstrate, and show by, clear evidence the strategies Iran has executed to stunning perfection to in this 10-day war so far. I'll show you what I think, the reading of it, and you'll see it, how brilliant history. What is strategy? The English word strategy derives from the Greek word strategio, which simply means how the mind of a general works, or literally, how a general think. How does a general think? How a general thinks when confronted with battle. So, the body of literature that we have in business, books on corporate strategy, were actually offshoots. They were derived from military thought. Military generals, ancient military generals. Sun Tzu, von Clausewitz, and all of them. So we'll get right into it right now. I just thought to give this bit of historical perspective.